Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the second half of episode 19 of season 1 of The Ghost and Molly McGee, called All Night Plight. And I decided to do episode 20, the season finale, tomorrow on Monday, just because not only is it a big episode, there's no avoiding it. I'm going to deal with ads. And so that means I'm going to have to do some editing in between, because I don't want to show any ads in my review and stuff. So that's going to be Monday. Hopefully with, I'm not sure this is going to happen, but I also kind of want to get a video in for what I want to see in season 2. How I want characters to change, how I want their character development to grow, and new characters and new birthdays and new holidays and stuff like that. The new status quo and stuff like that. I kind of want to do that on Monday also, so that way Wednesday and forward is Big City Grains. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we basically start here. Basically, we are in a classroom and it's school, and we're learning about this comet. I was like, oh, I like comets. It's pretty cool. And is it how it comes every what was it, 50? Yeah, it comes every 50 years. And you know, it's kind of like, for us, it's kind of like a one-time experience. So like, oh, make sure you you get ready to see it. And so Molly and Libby are excited. And again, I'd like to mention that it's pretty cool that Libby and Scratch are sort of hanging out. I think it's cool. And how Molly said, oh, sorry, no. Scratch is basically saying, like, who cares about this comet? Like, it's just this thing that swirls, like, in space. I can do that because, yeah, he's a ghost, so he can go in space. And then Molly's like, Scratch, are you a majestic blue, like, a rocket-like thing that can make, like, a grown man cry? And I just want to play this right here.
I made a man cry once. I hid his keys for a week, but I kept moving them, so he thought he was losing his mind.
Well, I think it's a big deal. This might be our own...
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Libby, but Scratch said that, I made a grown man cry once. I hid his keys, and he was about to find them, so I just kept on moving, so he thought he was losing his mind. Look at my face. That's not what I meant. But Libby's like, besides what Scratch is saying, I think this is going to be a one-time life experience. And Molly's like, what? And, just like the teacher said, it's going to be a 1 in 50 years thing. Like, is it, I wonder what we're going to look like in 50 years. And you see that she's taller, and she's wearing armor and stuff like that. What is this, Lord of the Rings or something? Or Legend of Zelda? Might be both. Is her hair longer? I think it is. Oh, okay. Look at her face, like, yeah. And then Molly's getting pretty worried. She's like, where are we going to be in 50 years? Like, are we going to still see each other? Are we going to move? But then she gets inspirational again. But that actually kind of gets me to think, what are the characters' future? Which I'm also going to talk about in what I want to see in season 2. Apart, like, how I want characters to grow and stuff. With Molly in 50 years, I would... I kind of like the idea. Remember the mayor episode where, he says, like, hey, you have passion now. Add some experience. You can be, like, a great mayor. I wonder, in 50 years, if she goes into college and studies really hard and still has a passion to be a leader, she might become the mayor of Brighton. So in 50 years, well, let's see, she's 12, maybe 13, but I'll say 12. Yeah, she's 12. So she's 12 right now. 10, so that's 22. 20, so that's 32. 30 years, that's 42. 40 years, that's 52, 62. Well, I'm sure she'll become mayor like before then, but 50 years she's gonna be 62 years old. Oh, jeez. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I did that correctly. So 12, 22, 32, 42, 52, 62. Yeah, 62. Libby's 13, so that means she'll be 63. I think maybe Libby was just imagining like what she looks like older, and maybe she dyed her hair. That's why her hair is not gray or anything. That's probably why. Because I don't want to say that old ladies can't fight or anything, because Alice Green from Big City Greens proves otherwise. So I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, also Gwendolyn from the Owl House, which she's probably around her 50s or 60s, I believe. Because Edith's in her 40s, so 50s, 60s, maybe 70s. She can still fight, so. But besides that, Molly's basically like, you're like, oh, you know, we need to make this an astronomical all-nighter, whatever. And they're just like, what? Epic BFF sleepover, Saturn ring toss. Oh, they can do games. And hey, look, snacks, heart piece or cookies, rocket kebabs, and pineapple planets. Ooh, yeah, yummo. And then Scratch says, "You have me in snacks." I haven't ate breakfast or lunch. In later episode, he said he slept through it. That's kind of, I mean, no, actually kind of does sound like Scratch does sleep in, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like, I haven't eaten all day. It's okay, but we gotta be up by 4 or 7. Oh, jeez. Is it like oh, it's gonna fill our hearts? And then Libby's kind of like, I kind of wanted, no offense, Mom, but my original plan is that I want to stay home, wrap a blanket, and read my favorite book. But, and look at Molly's face. Oh, God. And she's like, oh, please say yes, please say yes. And she's like, well, and she actually says something interesting. She says, when I was a kid, when I stayed up too late with lack of sleep, I would get pretty weird. But that was Kid Libby. I'm Teen Libby now, but she's 13. Teen Libby is a rebel. Look at her face. This is the trio. Because either one shows you're gonna have a duo or a trio. And I would say for Amphibia, they had a duo between Anne and Sprague. Because Marcy and Sasha, I think they should have had more screen time. I think. And Sasha definitely more than Marcy. Just because we barely got any Sasha in season 1. So, I mean, we didn't get any Marcy in season 1, but you know what I mean. In Owl House, we have Luce, Willow, and Gus. Now with the Ghost of Molly McGee, we have Molly, Scratch, and Libby. But here's something interesting. I just want to go forward. So they do like a sitcom thing. It's pretty funny. I'll go back to it, but I just want to. Okay, here we go. I'll go back to it in a minute. But look, guest starring Libby, which is pretty funny because you have that neighbor friend who's like, oh, it's a guest star. Oh, is it gonna be here for this episode? Probably not gonna be in the next episode. Ha ha. Here's the thing. Are we gonna get to a point where Libby's actually gonna become a main character? Because we see with Pete, Sharon, Scratch, and Molly, they seem like the main characters. And well, when it says guest starring, it kind of seems like Libby's a side character, and Libby is the only outsider of the family that knows about Scratch. I mean, even her mom doesn't know about Scratch, which I think is pretty cool that Libby kept the secret. Thank you, Libby. Unless she's lying. She does know, but I don't think so. So, I mean, it's fine that she's a side character for now, but I kind of want her to become a main character. Just because she knows about Scratch before other people find out, because I think that's going to happen. So, guest starring. Just going to put like a, like a pin in it or something, or some sort of metaphor by saying, are we going to keep that? Or is she going to become a main character? Oh, who knows? By the way, Bill and Bob's OK Adventure. There's a phone booth. Is this supposed to be Bill and Tim's time travel tub? It might be. But basically, it's a sitcom where, it's all featuring mom and dad, which is pretty funny. It's a sitcom. And you have, like, starring Molly, because she's the main character. And, she's making cookies, and Scratch is like, yeah, we're gonna need more. And she's like, those are for later. And it says, with Scratch. With Scratch. And then, we have, I like our dragon poster, and it says, guest star on Libby. And you're kind of playing around, like, they have t-shirts, comment buddies. Here's the thing. They never got a chance to wear the shirts while spoilers, they didn't get the chance to wear the shirts during the actual comment. Well, actually, no, that does make sense because there's a lot going on. I'll explain it when I get to it, but it actually makes sense why they're not wearing the shirts. And Libby's yawning, and it's time to go. And look at all these treats. Oh my goodness. Molly shoots Scratch with a confetti cannon, and I just want to play this right here. It's really sweet. It's just them two like laughing together. Just an iconic duo. Just them two laughing. It goes into the scrapbook. It's like the end of the theme song with them laughing. Oh, hi, Jinx, and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And I was like, whew, okay, this is perfect. The all-nighter with the snacks. I think Scratch went for a piece. Look at that. But Scratch is about to eat a cookie, and she said, no, bad Scratch. Libby isn't even here yet. Where's Mom and Dad? Oh, you kidding me? Those guys hit the sack. She's like, what? Yeah, they haven't stayed past 9 p.m. since daylight savings. And look at them. Look, poor Sharon just fell to the ground. Yeah, she's gone. And she's like, how can anyone stay up past this? It's a beautiful comment. 7 hours, 38 minutes, and 13 seconds. Oh, jeez. Scratch is about to eat a cookie, and she just smacks it. He's like, there's a nicer way to do that. And Libby came, yay! And she's like, whew. Sorry. And I actually kind of like this. Libby says, Rebel Libby wanted to wear a leather jacket, but I didn't own one. So I just went for the next best thing. And she says it's pleather. Future Libby getting a leather jacket, maybe? I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh, I just thought of something great, actually, for a future episode. Spoilers, this isn't in season 1, but maybe future episode for season 2, there could be an actual, like a rock concert, like they have to drive somewhere, and maybe it's like Libby's favorite band, because we know Daryl's favorite band is Atomic Pink, and Molly's was that country guy. I forgot his name. It was a long time ago. Yeah, and he couldn't make it, so they just brought Atomic Pink. But I don't think we really know Libby's favorite. We know she likes poetry, but she might be into music also. So maybe she might be into, like, yeah, but she said she wanted to wear her leather jacket, so she's not opposed to the idea. Maybe she's into rock. Maybe not heavy metal, but like kind of like classic rock. So yeah, maybe Libby will buy a leather jacket there as like a souvenir. Oh, that'd be pretty fun. But anyway, And she's like, oh, you want to talk about belts? Look at Orion's belt. Okay, haha. And she's like, Molly, I don't see any constellations. She's like, what? Oh no, sweet baby corn. It's the light pollution. And she's like, Mom, Dad, help. And she's like, wait, what's wrong? She has a bat. What? Is that a bat or paddle? It might be paddle. And she's like, do I have any volunteers to drive me out to the country? I'm just gonna leave it right here. It's a creepy face. And they're like, no, it's your turn. No, it's your turn. Like, I went to Daryl's, parent-teacher meetings. There were 5 of them. I went to I went with the kids to the pool, and was it with the kids or was it Gig Pig? It might be Gig Pig. And there were bandages. I stepped on them. It's like my eyebrow hasn't fully grown back yet. I guess he's wearing like a fake eyebrow, and the key is being blown everywhere, and it ended up in Sharon's PJ pocket on the shirt. And she's like, okay, fine. And then Pete salutes her, and he just goes back to bed. Jeez. They go in the car, and they're kind of talking. And Libby's like, oh, and this is what she meant by going weird. Whereas Libby's kind of saying, oh, what if this horseless drawn carriage? And both Molly and Scratch are kind of looking at her like, what? Because, yeah, back in the day, there were no cars. So, yeah, so like what is this horseless drawn carriage? You were going medieval times. And Molly kind of snapping her fingers, like, Libby, stay with us. Oh, wait, oh, sorry. It's just reality getteth blurry. she's going to medieval speak because of her book. That's pretty funny. So basically they go out. It's like, oh, hey, Mom, thanks for driving. And she's just sleeping on the tires. You know what? It's her loss. Time for get some snacks. And Scratch is like, yay. They opened first they do like a piñata. Before that, Libby's in the bushes. And she's like, oh, I shall defeat you. And then Mom's like, Libby. And she's like, oh, sorry. And just my brain is here and there. And it's like, oh, let's smack the piñata. And she's like, oh, this would be a great weapon. And she just misses it because she's just so tired. Scratch is like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Because he even tried to give her advice. You need to have more power in the swing. But he just does it. And you wait for snacks. It's just inedible glitter. And he's just like, she's like, you're in the shape of stars. Do you like it? And he's like, no. He's so hungry. Well, let's go get some snacks. You open it, and she's like, oh, where are the snacks? They're on top of the car, and they just drove off it. It might be a common TV trope, but I just don't like it. You didn't have it tied down, you just left it up there. I didn't like it. And also, raccoons went into it, so great. And then Scratch's stomach is like growling. It's like, oh, feed me and stuff like that. He's like, you hurt the stomach. Like, you got to think of something. Oh, no, don't worry. Because even mentioned here, like, I slept through breakfast and lunch. I need something. Okay. And Libby's acting crazy again. And, they're just Molly's trying to settle everyone down. And basically Scratch said, hey, Molly, if you don't find me some food, I'm going to eat you. Okay, geez, Scratch. Okay. And Libby's in the ground, and she said, oh, like wooden warrior. Look, I am going to slay the dragon. And it's like, what? No, there's a buffalo. But even Molly said before, like, Mom, where'd you drive us to? This seemed familiar. This is where in the episode where Sharon first got the Gig Pig because of the car breaking down. So not breaking down, it actually broke down. So So yeah, they're back here. Oh, remember all the buffalo that was chasing Scratch and stuff because all the animals could see him along with a bunch of dogs. So that's pretty cool. I think there was a goat in there too. So and Libby wants to tame it, and she's like, no, Libby, no. She's like, unhand me, you scoundrel. She's like, to sit in this chair, both of you. And then she's like, oh, a mighty throne for, was it like Queen Elizabeth or Queen Veronica or something? And she's like, I shall guard him with my life. She's, let's just sit here. And it's actually, oh, this is kind of nice. And, and Libby said, oh, 'tis peaceful. And Molly's like, yeah, it's a bit peaceful. She kind of closes her eyes and she wakes up after maybe a couple minutes. And then she's like, where's everyone? And, oh, I'm sorry, this is where she found Libby near the buffalo, but then she brought her back. And then she's like, you two are gonna stay here. And she looks into the telescope, looking very cute. And then she has a serious face looking back, and she looks at the telescope and looks back because she can't trust them. But she's like, okay, I can put my focus here. I'm like, oh no. She looks at the telescope, kind of hears something. What the heck? She puts the telescope down. Libby tamed the buffalo? I mean, some animals do respond to different behaviors, so I guess the medieval side of Libby tamed the buffalo. I mean, I wouldn't think it's impossible. This might be really difficult to do. But Libby managed to do it. And she's like, ah, my steed. And then Molly's like, oh my gosh. And then both Molly and Scratch are like, ah. And then Scratch uses arms to reach a branch and grab Molly and then grab Libby. And then she's like, my buffalo, I failed to tame it. Oh, and all that stuff. It's like, oh, now we have a good view. But, oh, I'm sorry, there was also another thing where Molly was trying to find Scratch and he was ordering a pizza. He's like, I want pepperoni. I don't eat pepperoni, but Scratch said, I want pepperoni, and I want the guys with the big hands to put it in because I just don't want a sprinkle. And he's like, oh, also another question. Can you deliver to an open field with no address? You cannot. Hey, Molly, we had to pick up. And then Molly's like, no, we're not picking up because Scratch was trying to order pizza. Okay, pretty funny. Trying to think, what's next? The buffalo happened. Alright, is it, oh, nothing can ruin this. And boom, a bunch of clouds go in front of the sky. She's like, no, I can control the weather. And Molly, Scratch is like, no, you're not going to control the weather, Molly. I have to. And then she even grabs Scratch and used him as a blowing device. Oh, jeez. And he's like, Molly, cut it out. Why is this so important to you? Why is the comet so important? And then she says, it's not just a comet, Scratch. It's about us making a forever memory. Libby was right. We don't know what we're gonna do and what we're gonna be and who we're gonna be with in 50 years. Yeah, we don't know. And I just wanted us to, when we look back in the comet in 50 years, wherever we're at, we remember each other in this moment. And then Scratch says, I didn't know it was this important. And Scratch says, okay, he's about to eat Libby. And then, well, that's what it seems like. And Molly's like, no, Scratch, you can't eat Libby. I'm pretty sure she's only, what was it, mostly gristle or something? I'm not sure what that is. Excuse me. And then Scratch just boom, boom, and then just eats some Libby and Molly, and then he's kind of like a hot air balloon. He goes up. I wish I can play this, but I don't have it available. And then he just goes up, and then Molly sees the comet, and then Molly's like, Libby, wake up! Oh, have we helped Queen Veronica? It's like, no, Libby, no, none of that nonsense. Look at that, and we see the comet. Oh, it looks so good, and oh, this is beautiful. And Molly said, this is the best view in Brian. No, the world. No, the universe. I wouldn't say universe. It might be better views, but Brian, yeah. And Molly felt a teardrop on her head. It's Scratch, and he's just crying. Yeah, it's beautiful. And Scratch said comments are dumb. And both Molly and Libby gave me a smile and a Scratch, and the comment ended. They go down, and Scratch had to blot them out. So they were soaking wet, but then the wetness just went away. Whatever. And then Molly's like, we're never going to forget that memory. And then Libby's like, yeah, no, we're not. And it's like, this will always be remembered as the night that I almost stayed up all night. Yeah, pretty much. She almost did it, but she was kind of in and out. And then he said, okay, let's go get Mom. And I'm going to go get my mom, and she'll drive us home. And then we see the buffalo just, and he's like, oh no, we forgot about the buffalo. And that's the end of the episode. Okay. What should I rate this episode? Okay. 95, 90. Okay. I would give this a 85%. This was great. Not like the previous one, which was I think was fantastic. This was great. So B plus. So overall, I would give this a 90%. First half was a 95, I believe. Second half was 85, so 90. Fantastic episode. Also, 1819, both fantastic episodes. So, yeah. Okay, so everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the season finale of season 1 of the Ghost of Mom McGee, which is going to be tomorrow, which is called The Jig is Up, and the second half is called Molly versus the Ghost World. Yep, okay, it's gonna be tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow for that. Alright, bye.